Hi guys, this is hopefully going to be a short video. I found something that was rather weird. So I use this fixative. It's for artists. If you do like graphic or watercolor paintings and you spray it with this, it kind of sets the color. So if you make a graphite sketch, why am I talking to the phone and not to the mic? I don't know. So if you draw with like a regular pencil and so on, you spray it with fixative so it doesn't smear. Now for these, I sprayed them with fixative after I did the watercolor, let it dry, and then sprayed it with fixative. And then I drew on it with a sharpie. Now this is an ultra fine point permanent marker. So these are the ones that stick. So, and no problem there. I drew on it and nothing. These, however, I did the marker lines afterwards. And do you see the smear? So I did the watercolor, I drew with the marker, I sprayed with a fixative, and it bled. The Sharpie bled and became kind of like light purple. And especially on this paper, so this is just a slightly thicker copy paper, printer paper. You see the smearness? See the difference in this one and this one? See how that Sharpie bled? It didn't. I drew the sketch first, then did the watercolor, let it dry, no problem, didn't smear, nothing, perfect. Sprayed it with fixative and the whole thing bled. And it's slightly purple. I didn't know fixative can make Sharpies bleed. I had no idea. See the bleeding there? I still think it looks really, really cool. And I like the bleeding effect. And I like for this one where it bled out and became like a little bit of purple on the edges here. And I have watercolor under my nail, but yeah, I like the effect. I just didn't know it's what's gonna happen. So this one didn't bleed as much, but I don't have that much focus. Thank you. It didn't bleed as much, but I also didn't spray this as much with a fixative. But you're supposed to like spray and saturate the paper with a fixative to make it stick. And these are made on watercolor paper, and that's that too. This is, however, a slightly thicker printer paper. Yeah, and the smearing. I like it. It looks really cool. I like the effect. I just didn't know it was gonna happen, so I got surprised. So, if you use Sharpies and stuff and spray with some kind of fixative, yeah, might smear. just so you are aware. Otherwise, you can do like what I did here. I did the watercolor, sprayed the fixative, and then drew on it. Fixative is kind of like a sealant. I don't know how to explain fixative. I believe it's called the same thing in English because I heard other artists talk about fixative. And I used to use it a lot when I was doing a lot of pencil drawings um, and charcoal sketches and stuff like that. Fixative is perfect for that because it makes it stop smearing. But yeah, I had no idea this was going to happen. I mean, it looks cool. But if the effect you want is sharp, then be careful. And the more you saturate the paper, the more it bleeds. So these are all watercolor paper, but this one was closest to the edge, so it got a lot more spray on it, okay? But I like the effect. So that's something fun to play with. The reaction of the fixative. I can make that happen. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Anyway, that was just a little thing today that I got confused, and now you know. So you can test it out, do little test swatches and see how much you can handle and what kind of material. So if you don't like this stuff, I like it. I think it looks really cool when it's kind of smeared, and I love the effect, especially since I went over it with watercolor prior and just kind of just drew straight over it and just wanted that smear effect. But Sharpie don't smear with watercolor, but it did smear with the Fixative. This is interesting. I didn't think that would happen. Also really need a new Sharpie. See my black Sharpie? See the nib? Let's compare it to the blue one that I hardly ever use. See the difference in size of the nib? Yeah. So my black one, I basically have to hold it straight down, and it takes a while before it starts working. So it's getting pretty hard to sketch with, but I like it. I like the effect of sketching with Sharpie. This is an ultra fine point permanent marker Sharpie. There are other ultra fine point permanent markers from different brands, but I just happen to have Sharpies at home because I know they work. I just didn't know they would do that. But I like it. I think it's cool. And this one where it just bled a bit. I like that. So now you know that can happen. It doesn't always happen. It didn't happen on these two. So this one, it just turned slightly purple, but it didn't spread as much. But I like it. I really like it. I really, really like it. Yes. Just a little quickie. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope to see you really soon. I have a lot of videos that need some editing, and I've also been trying to film this tutorial. I've been trying to film this one forever, and I've been doing it, not forever, but for 3 days, and I lost count of how many times I tried, and I keep messing up. So yeah, this was just a little shorty. Hope to see you really soon. If you have any requests of something you want to see done, or something you want tutorials on, if you've seen something in a previous video and you really want to see something more about that or how to do that, let me know in the comments down below. Please let me know so I can film that, because it's always fun to film. The editing, not so much. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the comments and likes, and I love you guys so much. Just go have fun. Go play in your craft room. Bye.